Father's Day is fast approaching, and while a father's love can help shape confidence and emotional security for some, the day can bring up some complicated feelings. Life and relationship coach Dr. Sheron Patterson is here to talk about daddy girl issues and how healing is possible at any age. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
You look stunning, by the way.
Thank you. It's an exciting
and
day.
happy anniversary
Thank
to
you. 42 years.
42 years. All right, so let's talk about the phrase daddy issues. We hear that a lot, but it's often used kind of negatively, of course, but how would you define it?
I would define daddy-daughter issues simply as trauma from unmet needs of love, support, and encouragement. Things that didn't happen during childhood. They have lasting effects. And now many grown women are dealing with the effects of things that did or did not happen with their father.
All right, and something that you say that I think is important, this is not about blaming.
No.
You avoid that word. It's
Yes.
about kind of understanding the issues, and there's a distinction between blaming and processing.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Because, Paige, the truth is, some fathers did the best they could. They did the best they knew, but the daughters still have the trauma, the unmet needs. So it's a matter of learning, it's about compassion, and ultimately, to have a good Father's Day, forgiveness.
I think that's a really good point. It is about the forgiveness
Yes.
because some of us may feel like we've lacked affirmations from our fathers. Tell me about the importance of these kinds of affirmations for dads that are out there watching right now.
This is the most important thing I'm going to say all morning, Paige. The fathers must realize how important they are in our lives. Their voice is our inner voice. So when we hear them say, you're special, you're enough, I love you, that lets us know we are special. We can make it just because Daddy said so. So to all the men listening, your voice means everything, and never forget that.
Well, before the commercial break, we had a segment on about forerunner mentoring, where they pair mentors with boys without fathers. Because of how important that male role model is. And even if you're not a dad, you can still make a difference in the lives of a child. So let's also talk about the idea of perfection, that many of us feel like we have to be the perfect parent. And for men in particular, that stress that they put on themselves can be overwhelming. But you say that what matters most is presence over perfection.
Yes. First of all, no one's perfect. There is no perfect father. But some dads do get hung up on themselves and worry. Listen, what daughters want is someone who's present, who is consistent, who is engaged, who talks to them, who listens to them, who laughs with them on a consistent basis.
Well, there are some women out there that may be struggling and not necessarily know why. What are some signs related to unresolved father wounds that may be kind of popping up in our relationship?
They do pop up. They do pop up. Number one, can't trust anybody. Number two, constantly need reassurance. Number three, looking for affirmation in the wrong places.
Also kind of looking for a significant other by looking for a replacement father.
Yes.
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 And that can be very disastrous. That can have disastrous consequences. So if you are self-aware and you recognize that you might be struggling with some of these kind of daddy issues as we're talking about, what are some of the first steps that you suggest towards healing?
The first step has to be therapy. This is a deep emotional wound from childhood. It's not just going to go away on its own. You need to sit down with a trained therapist and process and work through it and come out on the other side, whole, loving yourself, telling yourself you are enough, and not needing to get it from somebody else.
You also say that sometimes these wounds are actually grief.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
Yes, sometimes when fathers are not present or when they aren't involved in their daughters' lives, the daughters grieve that their whole lives. They feel they've missed out. They wonder the what if, was I not good enough? So they carry that around on the inside. That's why that therapy is so necessary.
I think the key thing is to make sure that you are taking the time for self-care and allowing yourself to be in front of a professional that can help you recognize some of these signs that you may not be aware of. You may not know why you're struggling.
You use the term self-aware. That's the key right now. People who are listening, if they've heard something we said that goes ding, 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 that's me, then you got one of these emotional wounds that needs to be addressed.
every time you're here, I have a ding, 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 something related to that, you know. So this is such a helpful topic, especially when it comes to us approaching Father's Day.
Yes.
It has different meanings for different people, and it's important that we address those successfully so that we can live a full life.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Where can we find out more information from you?
Visit me on all my social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Sheron Patterson.
All right. Big anniversary plans on now. Have fun. Thank you so much.
Thank you.